go Dune Prophecy. Dune Prophecy, Sharon, Holly, you guys have seen this. This is like from what I can understand, it's a prequel to the Dune movies based on one of Frank Herbert's book, I think The Sisterhood of Dune, and it is thousands of years beforehand. It's done the prequel thing.
10,000 years.
10,000 years before Paul, what's his face, actually shows up. So, Holly, what is Dune Prophecy all about? Tell us, give us, apart from that, give us like a brief thing about it, then let's go straight on with.
Dune Prophecy is a six-part series of reasonably long episodes setting out the origins of the Bene Gesserit, who are the female sort of mystics and guides to royalty, and
to be reductive, they are the Jedi in this world.
They are the Jedi in this world, and though they predate the Jedi, canonically, time-based altogether, and this film sets up the 100 years after the sort of, it was about 100 years, wasn't it, after the fall of world as we know it, where people had risen up against the thinking machines, and they, despise all complex technology in some ways.
Topical.
Topical indeed. And the Bene Gesserit are working to guide the principles upon which they set themselves up as an order and help to shape the future of the universe. It is, the main characters are two sisters whose surname is Harkonnen, which will be familiar to those who have seen the
movies,
and or read the books, and they are leading the Bene Gesserit in their future mission, and connecting this in at the same time with trying to gain some control over a potential future ruler. And I can't really think how to explain much more of it beyond that. So I think, Sharon, you'll need to give some additional detail, because I'll just end up giving it all away.
Yes, but you see the seed sown of like the later, where they were trying to combine the bloodlines of different houses so that they can ultimately control the emperor, I suppose, is because it is like an empire, isn't it? So you see them even at this early stage, 10,000 years, they're looking to say, okay, if we manipulate these sort of gene pools and create these marriages between these different houses, we can then steer the way the universe is directed. And you get a lot of the names that will crop up later, like the Atreides, the Harkonnens, and you see the beginning of that, where that rivalry started, this arch rivalry between the two houses. How one is seen as the bad guys of the universe, and the other one's seen as like this nobility, and how you see how that started, and how each they have tried to sort of maybe neither case is quite the truth, that neither one is wholly villainous and wholly heroic.
Oh, they don't try and do the wicked thing and try and make the Harkonnen seem good. No, even the name Harkonnen, it sounds boo, hiss.
No, you can see that there are a deeply flawed house, but maybe they didn't start off that way, that circumstances may have sent them in a direction, and that certain members of that house have taken that direction and run with it, rather than, yes, it's a combination of characteristics and fate.
Okay, Sean, you have a question.
I was going to ask you, is there much in the way of action in it? Because I'd like that. I know it's a strange question. Much in the way of fighting or like wars and things.
Not big wars, or battles, but there's certainly conflicts and violence on a smaller scale. It's not galactic or sort of armies fighting armies, but there are rebels and factions and.
Oh right, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think to be honest, everything I've seen about this, it looks like Game of Thrones is a real touchstone, where it's made because Game of Thrones had fighting and all that kind of stuff, but it really was all about the scheming. Game of Thrones is about the scheming and about the politics, and it seems like this is Dune politics.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's a fair
people aren't
description.
always what you think they are. And people are. They're not always as. There's layers to these characters.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, how many stars would you give this one?
I would
Ooh.
probably go. I'm thinking probably for me a solid three. I
Okay.
don't think it would win any fans if you're not already slightly invested in the Dune world. I don't think it would win anyone to that world. But if you're like, if you like that world, it adds an extra layer of interest to it.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think it would win any fans. So for me, it's a solid three.
Yeah. Sorry, Holly.
Yeah, I think the same. I thought it was really well done. It's well constructed. Some of the episodes didn't grab me as much as they might have done. I wasn't quite on the edge of my seat waiting for the next one, but it's I love Dune the books. I love the films, so it was playing to me as the sort of the target audience.
All right, cool. So that is three stars for Dune Prophecy. Quick question, Holly. So as somebody who says that you love the films and everything like that, Dune Part One or Dune Part Two, which one do you think is better?
I Oh, that's a really difficult one.
Okay, you think
Uh,
about it. Think about it, and we'll come back at the end.